Hi, we're the Vaughns. My name's Tom, and I play bass.
My name is Ryan and I play drums.
And this, sir, is Neil, our van. We like to split up our driving, and we're getting used to that because this is actually a pretty new vehicle. We've only had Neil for about, I want to say, like 3 months now. So we split up the driving equally, like 25% between the four of us. And one rule for co-captain is they have to stay awake and they have to navigate. And we got our little friend right here, our little clamp thing. I don't know what to call it, but that's just our main rule. Everyone else can do whatever they want.
Yeah, but the main rule is that the person here has got to navigate and they got to stay awake. The napper goes in the back, which we'll show you in a little bit. I think everyone has their preferences in the car. I think Tom's really into CDs. We have other people that like to plug in music. Ann and I, when we're in the front, we're really into podcasts, and that could be anything related to like talk podcasts or like true crime stories or anything like that. But it really depends on the driver. Yeah, so we're really into this podcast. Well, we were, called Atlanta Monster. It was only I think it was a 6-episode series, and it was about this this guy, a serial killer in Atlanta in the late 1970s, who killed a lot of children. But it was so dark, but it was a really interesting story because like even now we don't know if he was really the one who did it or not. And Tom's really into CDs, so he'll show you a couple of those.
Yeah, and then we just have our CD box right here, and we just stack them, and I guess we'll switch them out. But right now we got like Pretenders, The Who, Dinosaur Jr., Veruca Salt, Nirvana, stuff like that. And then we just have a bunch of mixes too. We just throw them all in. We have some food. We had some homemade banana muffins. Anna's family made them. They're delicious. So we have these right here, and then we have tons of...
So we have a bunch of ramen to try to save money on the trip, but the funny part is we had one of these like car charger like water heaters and we forgot it, so we just have a lot of ramen and no water. And the other bad thing is we're big fans of the shrimp flavor and we're out of those too, so basically we're screwed. We have nothing to eat.
We have a Sopranos book as well, very New Jersey of us. Let's see, we've got some Pringles here. This is like we have a lot of nice room here between the captain's chair, so find a lot of food here.
We also found that when we're just hanging out, it's actually so big in here that if someone was sitting in the back here, they can actually sit with their legs all the way out in the front here.
Like full extension.
When there's not all this crap in the way, but we didn't clean today, so. So we realized that, there's always obviously 2 people in the front, and we typically have 2 in the middle here. We could fit a third one, so when we're taking like short little trips, we have all 3 of us in here. But for the most part, we have 2 in here and then 1 in the back. So this van had 2 bucket seats, which we actually exchanged before the tour. So we have 1 bucket seat in the back, and that's really like the nap zone. But up here and over here is like kind of just like people who are awake and talking. But it's like really comfy up here, and we actually haven't used this yet, but the seat goes all the way back and it turns into a bed. Yep. Which would be a lot easier if we didn't have drums behind the seat, but right now we can't do that.
Yeah.
This bag's got some snacks. We had some sesame honey almonds in here and some almond dust down here. We have some bowls for the oatmeal that we haven't opened, which is actually right over here. Some
nice
some
oatmeal variety.
Stop and Shop variety oatmeal. We got some plastic cutlery. We got some fancy mixed nuts. And honestly, like a bunch of sandwich stuff, some plastic bags, all that good stuff. Right here, here's my drum pad, which I smack on when people don't. I don't know what I'm saying. I just make a lot of noise back here and try not to bother people. And then I pass it to somebody else who is entertained by this for like 5 seconds, and then they give it back to me.
And then he teaches us all the rudiments.
Yeah, I'm giving them all the rudiments so they can be better at me in 5 seconds.
Honestly, I think we're getting used to Neil, and Neil's getting used to us, so I feel like we can do more fun things back here. But I don't know.
So the coolest part of Neil is that we bought this van from a guy named Neil who bought this car brand new in 2000, and he loved this thing. So he put all this money into it, and the coolest part is, like, I don't know if you can see right here, but all the windows actually have custom shades in them.
Which is nice for a band, for our equipment, some privacy and also for some shade.
So we're gonna show you the coolest part of the car. So besides these shades and like all of this like custom seating in here, he put all these custom lights on the top.
Yeah, so
I don't know if you could see it, but it's got this like, it's got these blue light highlights all over the car in the back and on the sides back here.
Yeah.
So it's almost like we're riding in a limo, but it's just a Neil.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where Neil comes from. Neil was a guy from our hometown, like 5 minutes down the road, and this was a family car for him. And I don't know, he treated it great, so we tried to treat it.
He loved this car, so we named it Neil after Neil.
Yeah.
So we have all of our gear in here. If you right in front of your camera is my entire drum set, which is right here. We have a bass guitar, 2 guitars. They're on top of each other here. We have 1 sleeping bag for whoever the 5th unlucky person is, besides the double queen beds that we've been getting every night. And then we have everybody's suitcases back here, Thomas bass amp, and all the amps are back here too. And we also have merch back in this corner. Mark, we also got our first taste of deep dish at Lou Malnati's Pizza, which fits into this tiny little box, and that's Mark's because he can't finish his food. Oh yeah, and then we got just like a blanket and pillow, and that's about it. But Neil's got all these like cool little like compartments and stuff where you can like put stuff. We basically just have napkins in here right now. There's a cup holder, little other spots, and I feel like every time we sit in this car we find another pocket that we didn't know about before.
Thanks for watching. Once again, we're the Vaughns. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We got a new video out. We're on tour, releasing our debut album May 10th. The Vaughns NJ. You can find us everywhere. Spotify. Am I missing anything?
No, just catch us at the next show that you're around for.
Chicago's been beautiful. We like Chicago, and we'll be on the road in July again, and this is May if you're watching. And yeah, I don't know. Thanks for watching.